Ladies and gentlemen, rehearsals started. Hey, my goodness. In my entire life as a singer, praise and worship leader, I've never experienced anything like that in my life. It was intense. Because I am one of that guys where the new tenor singers, and there was no spot that was already guaranteed. My spot was not guaranteed as the only tenor singer. It was not guaranteed. In fact, no spot was guaranteed. It was intense. Come and see yapping. Any little mistake, in fact, we were giving the other part members problem because we were the only two new people and we were missing our parts. Soprano was good, alto singers were good. The problem now was just the two new tenor guys. In fact, a rehearsal that was supposed to last for like 2 hours or 3 hours kept dragging on and on. In fact, they were now at this point angry because they expected us to just catch up these songs. But I mean, you cannot catch up Sammie songs just like that. They sound very simple, but the detail in the songs, I had to start relearning and unlearning so many things musically, especially when it comes to doing professional BGVs for someone like the legendary Sammie Okposo. It's not just opening your mouth and just come into the song when you're supposed to come in. No, there are ways you're supposed to attack a song. There are ways you're supposed to pronounce a word. In fact, there are ways you're supposed to push. Me, naturally, I didn't know that I was pushing my vocals from here, from my throat. So when I'm singing, you now see vein, all the vein. But it was like the map of Nigeria. So when I'm saying, Sammie will say, see map of Nigeria for a neck. Do you know what he did? He started teaching me how to push from my tummy. Professional singers understand what I'm talking about. Start pushing every note from my tummy. And that had changed the game. In fact, at some point, I started doubting myself. Like, Oga, are you sure you can do this? Because it was not as easy as it looked. When you see them on stage, you see the way they sing and you're like, you think you can do it. It's something you can just, if they put you behind the BGV microphones, you can just open your mouth and just flow. It was not like that though. That's when I realized the kind of work that goes into doing BGVs is a lot. In fact, is a lot harder than doing lead. It's a lot harder than doing lead singing. That's when I realized the kind of work that goes into doing BGVs. So that rehearsals went on and on and on and on, and trust the legendary Sammie Okposo. He drilled the living daylight out of me. This man was hammering. In fact, at some point, I became scared of singing. I started asking myself, is it that you cannot sing again? I realized I didn't know so many things. I didn't know anything. In fact, when it comes to BGVs, I didn't know anything about singing. I started doubting myself because when I started hearing soprano and alto sing, I'm like, oh my God, this thing is a whole lot of work. And guess what? The man's ears are very sharp. If you miss any note, you cannot hide though. And it's not the kind of singer that he will call you in and then you come into the song halfway. No. Or you slide into the song. If everybody is attacking, you are attacking. If I slide into the song, he will pick my voice out from the other tenor guy. If he slides into the song, he will pick his voice out of, the 6 singers. He will know. There's no how you want to do it. He will know. He will pick out your voice. And guess what? He will say, everybody shut up. Or he'll tell the other tenor guy to shut up. And then, Emeka, I want to hear you sing. Now what did I go do? If I no get you by my side. He said, no. And guess what? The band, they are not even having mercy on you. They will laugh at you if you make any mistake. At some point you will say, Emeka, remove all the H. Hey. Rehearsals was intense. So we had several rehearsals because we were preparing for a major gig, my first gig. You know, after joining the band, I can't remember, that was in Delta State. I think it was the Delta State government carol service or something. Yeah, you know. So we're preparing for that gig, and it was mind blowing. It was an experience that laid the foundation of BGV singing for me. All right, so I will tell you what happened after that gig, or during the gig, or at the gig, my first gig ever with the legendary Sammie Okposo.